Okay, first things first. A question to the class. Why is it not beneficial to keep paintbrushes in water for like the whole day? The hairs, yes, but also the handles. So our handles are made out of wood. You guys have seen some of those paintbrushes that have tape. It's because the handle started to like come apart. So in water, the wood starts to like expand. Now, this wasn't you guys. Well, a few of you, but not majority of the class is pretty good. Why is it bad to have the paintbrushes facing down in a cup? Like, let's say the paintbrushes are just sitting there and they're just like touching the bottom. Yeah, the hairs. So, if you've noticed, some of our brushes could be better. They're a little messed up. It's because of that. That's why what I've done is kept it in the box. You don't have to worry about which way the bristles are going. They'll be fine. You guys are doing a pretty good job, but I'm just, warning everybody. Okay, let's talk about fur. First things first. When we discuss fur, we have to think about what does it look like. Now, in this photo, tell me the 3 colors you can see in the fur. Black, brown, white, light brown, something like that. It's all about contrast. Contrast. We need colors that are different from each other to make things stand out. Now, you don't have to write this down yet. This will be a vocab word later. Dun, dun, dun. I have brown, our base color. And all I'm doing, really all texture is when it's implied, when it's fake, you're painting texture, you're just painting lines. So I'm going to get some of my light brown. And the brushes aren't the best. So what you do is you're going to put it inside the paint and spin. And then lift. That will get you that nice point at the edge of the brush. So now I'm just going to start doing my lines. You want to think of the lines as going in kind of like an X way. An X pattern. Diagonally one way, diagonally the other way. Now we're practicing. Again, this is our first project. You guys just practicing texture. So I have some light pieces of fur. Bless you. Now I'm going to do some dark. Get some shadow in there. Same thing. Put my brush in the paint. Spiral. And lift. There we go. Again, you're creating implied texture. It's fake. It's not real. It's the illusion of texture. If you have an animal that's all black, then you're going to need like a gray. If your animal is all white, you're going to need like a cream, maybe a gray as well, depending on what the undertones are. But let's say your animal's fur is more along the lines of feather texture. How I see one feather versus another feather is the shadow underneath. So you're going to do the same idea, except they're going to be U's instead of lines, or V's. So same concept, you're outlining the bottom of the feather, basically, the pretend outline of the feather. So I'm going to use the black. I'm going to go with some light gray. Again, our brushes aren't the best. That's okay. I put my brush in the paint. And then I'm just going to spiral the brush, get that point. And now I'm going to work on making the V's. Yeah. You just have to keep being patient, keep spiraling, get that point. Now, do these look like real feathers? No. It's implied texture. It's not perfect, and you're doing it on a round object, so it's going to be a little bit difficult. Now, if your animal has skin, it doesn't have fur, it still has a texture to it. So like snakes have scales, those you can paint. Frogs have skin. Hairless cats also have skin. You're going to create contrast. So for this one, guys, almost done. For this one, you kind of do have to ruin the brush a bit. So on my bright green, again, I'm getting a different color. I'm going to get some of this dark green. For this, you will need a scratch piece of paper because you kind of have to just press the brush until it separates, like it opens up. And then you kind of just go around. Let me get some gray. Same thing, gonna get rid of some of that excess paint till it starts to open up the brush. So you're just giving it some texture, some look. It's a little bit better.
I just need black for my eyes.
No animal just has like a color skin. You have to give it some texture, some look to it. It helps if you look it up. I know not all of you like to, but it helps. So let's say we do pig skin texture. I have a lot of students doing pigs. So pigs have a little bit of both, fur and skin. Just do the modeled. Not model as in on a runway, modeled as in MOTTLED. It's this same concept. You're just adding it to a flat color. You're just pressing the brush in, okay? If your animal's fur is very light, let's see. No. Is it leopard? No. Panther? Panther fur. Actually, hold on. This is a better picture. So even though the hair is very, very small, you can still see the shine. It's that light shine. It's going to be a light gray. It's just lines. Guys, texture is part of your assignment. You have to put it on there somewhere. It could be the models. It could be the lines. It could be the V's if you're working with feathers. But you need to see it somewhere. Contrast means different colors. So if your base is pink, then your contrast needs to be a lighter pink, maybe a white. If it's green, a darker green, a lighter green. You want to just give a variation to it. Okay? I also have these paintbrushes. So the paintbrushes you guys are using right now, they are a 6 round. These are a 2. Some of them are pretty messed up from past years. They're still functional. You need to put them in the paint and then spiral. And they get a nice point. These are just nice and small to work with for fine detail. These are all in the can for you guys to use. Okay. You're doing that. Don't forget about your frame. Don't forget about your frame. A few of you have started painting, which is perfect, but you're not remembering the frame part. 4x5, 5x4, either way you want to do it. You don't have to do it square, it could be round. Don't forget to decorate. Don't forget to decorate the border. It has to look like a picture frame. Because remember, what this is going to turn into when we're all done is, I forgot to close. Is this. So your animal is a portrait. It's a photo, a picture, but just the head is real. So your cardboard needs a frame. It needs a border. Any shape you want, any style you want. You can paint it, you can build the border, up to you. It has to be designed. Okay, there's a lot of different elements to this one project. You have design. What I'm grading on is, did you know how to build with cardboard? Did you know how to use paper mache? And then all of the portrait stuff. How big, texture, design on the frame, all of that. Okay? Okay, you guys are working. You're doing all the things you're doing. Let's go.